Hi YouTube, welcome back to our reviewing of all the Lego modulars. I'm here with Ricarda, and this time we're going to be looking at the Lego Pet Shop, made in 2011.
Yeah.
And how many pieces was it again?
I think a bit more than 2,000. So
Yeah.
It's one of the smallest modulars, and it's actually the sixth modular, which we should also mention. So we have already reviewed 5 of them. So this is the sixth one, and one of the smaller ones. And we're gonna tell you all about it. And you're already showing some of the features, so we'll zoom in, I think.
So what makes this modular so special is that it's a residential area. This is a place where to live. This is, this house here is just nothing but a house, which I like, and a lot of other people like. When this was released, all the other modulars were very functional. And so this modular provided something that was very needed for a lot of collections, and that's why it's so popular. But I would argue that with time, this modular has become less important because, for example, for the bookshop which we have here, but we still love it nevertheless. Even though, we'll come back later on. We'll review properly, but it's actually one of my least favorite modulars, which I don't like saying because I know how popular it is. But
I think it's just a bit distinct from the other ones, right? Because it's a living area, and we have quite some housework going on, which we'll show you next.
Yeah, and it has Mr. Rogers, which makes all the difference. So, how about what does Mr. Rogers say in the program? Something like going into the neighborhood. Let's zoom in and take a closer look.
It's nice that it's actually 2 buildings in a way, right? Like there are 2 small houses, residential areas with a nice pet shop. So I think that makes it kind of a cute modular, right?
Yeah, and we have Mr. Rogers here. Of course, it's not official, but I mean, he's got the sweater, right? Maybe his hair should have been darker, but I mean, this is the friendly neighbor in the neighborhood. So
yeah.
What else can I add?
Mr. Rogers is really nice and makes a good atmosphere in the neighborhood. And here we have little Tias with a bike, with a bicycle, like cycling around. So we also have some kids now here playing in the neighborhood. And should we show the backside?
Well, before we get to the backside, I want our viewers to take a notice at these windows here. Soon enough, I'm going to show you a change I made to them, which I immediately made when I got them. But remember how they look for the time being, because I'll soon revert them back to how I made them. So let's go look at the back. And here we have Anna Lane.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see her well, but she's working on her flowers.
she's on the little balcony, which I think is really cute. So, I mean, you always are very critical of the backsides, but actually I think this backside is quite nice.
I like this building's backside. Yeah.
So it has this little balcony, and you have all of these windows, and it also has sort of these. I like these doors to the basement.
Yeah.
They're kind of cute, and like I don't know, I really like them. And you already see a little mouse here coming from the pet shop.
Yeah.
So it's a very big mouse actually. I said little mouse, but you will see it's very big compared to the other animals. So that's kind of nice, and yeah, I think in terms of backside, it's one of the prettier ones.
Well, this half, I don't like this half. I think
it's also quite okay.
It's so symmetrical and cold, and there's a lack of personality, I think.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that later in the review.
True.
So here's the pet shop from close by one more time. We're gonna go look onto the inside now.
Yes. Let's have a look at the inside. So this is now the pet shop part of the building, so one of the buildings, and we can see the pet shop, which is on the ground floor. So what I really like is these nice tiles. It kind of looks like a pet shop. It's not super pretty, but it kind of has this pet shop attitude, which is really nice. And you can see a couple of animals. So
you can move the stairway away.
Oh yeah, I should do that, so we can have a better look. So here you can see a little doggy. And over there you can see a little cat, and the cat is actually sort of spying on this mouse that we already saw at the beginning, which is really cute. But the funny thing, I think, is that the cat is almost as big as the mouse, which is kind of funny. And then here in the corner you can see a little fishy in his fish tank.
A little focus on the fish, you think?
Yeah.
It's stuck in there. Okay.
I think it's fine. But so it's a bit... I find it a bit sad because all of these animals are really, really cramped. But yeah, they're all there. You can also see these 2 parrots in the window, which is kind of cool. So people that are walking by can see the animals that we have. And we have a couple of toys for the animals, and of course the froggies. So there's this little yellow frog here as well. So lots of animals and some counter for the pet shop owner. Counter. There's also some money.
And the cash register is really basic.
It is very basic, but yeah, it's a pet shop. So, and actually, there's not that much to see in this building. So you can see the stairs. So you can come in here and see the stairs to one floor up. But other than that, there's really not that much. So we have a little cooking area here, and a chair and a table where whoever is living here can have their morning coffee. But I find it a bit sad that there's just one chair. So yeah, it's a bit basic. We do have a fireplace here. I'm not sure if you can see it. I hope my head isn't annoying. We have a little fireplace here, which is supposed to make it a bit cozy. But yeah, in my opinion, it's a little bit.
Yeah, this place could really use a carpet and maybe a second chair. I mean, this person lives all alone with only one chair. I think that's kind of sad.
It's a bit sad. And then we have the last part of this building, which is it's kind of nice because it's this sort of upper area with an open room for a bed, and I really like this in sort of usually in houses, but also here I think it looks a little bit sad. There's not much going on. There's really this bed, which I think in theory looks kind of nice and cute, but to me the colors are not that friendly, and there's just this little light, and that's it. And you have a lot of light with this with a window on the rooftop. We have Mr. Rogers. I think I would say your favorite character that we have over here in his living room. And you can see, let me first show you the way to the basement, which is here. So we saw it already on the back side. It's kind of cute that they have it, but it's really like very small. You can also not really go there. And
yeah, you grab it by pulling on the cup.
So. It's a kind of a secret basement. I do like these stairs that are kind of going a little bit in a circle, which is nice.
That's behind the door.
Oh yeah, I should not forget. You told me not to forget. So there's, I think, is it our first Lego toilet in the models? Yes,
the residence.
There's finally a toilet.
Take a dump. Yeah.
It doesn't yet have water in it, right?
No.
The ones following, I'm always obsessed with adding water to the toilets, so we'll come back to that later. So this one does have a bathroom. Woo! Don't fall. So this one does have a bathroom, and it has a couch and kind of the basic things. But again, also, I don't think this is like very cute. I think they could have added a little bit more to make it a bit more homely and cozy.
Funny enough, my favorite building technique in this whole set has to do with the with the hat rack, because on this side you can use it to hang a hat, but on this side it's used the piece of gray. I don't know if you can see it.
It's a doorbell.
It becomes a doorbell. Yeah.
I think that is really,
I found that really creative.
Yeah, it's really creative. That is really nice. So the next floor is kind of funny. I think they were really creative with sort of having not much in the room, but having a very good story on why. Because basically we are having a room that is being painted, and I think it's actually, I really like it. It's very creative with Bobby Digital.
That's his name.
Bobby Digital is painting the walls white. I don't know. It's a bit sad that the room is so empty, but you can kind of see it being renovated, you know, for this new family coming in, and Bobby Digital making all the walls white. And I think this is it looks convincing, you know.
It's funny, but it's also a cop out. They could have fully decorated it.
Yeah, but on the other hand, it's funny. Like I think it's creative.
It brings me some joy. But then when you get to this story, what can I say? Again,
yeah. So
there are two boxes.
Yeah.
And
so
they are so plain.
They're moving, but still, Annalena is already planting flowers.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Kind of strange. Yeah, what's up with that? But I mean, it's nice that they're there, right?
The doors to the window are pretty cool. Can you move maybe one of them? Because they're not.
This one.
They're not typical Lego doors. No, these things. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can move it. That's.
Yeah, you can. So it's kind of like a French balcony thing, no?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Well, what do you think of the outside?
Yeah, good question. So I think it's quite nice. I think you will show some other buildings that are even prettier, but I think it's nice. It's pretty. There are some things that I think could be a bit more sort of special, maybe. So I think overall I would give 3 stars.
Yeah. This building has a huge cuteness factor. It's a place to live, right? And I like that there are different architectural styles. I immediately recognize the British kind of housing, which I once lived in. And this is Parisian. I like that too. So yeah, it's cute. 2 different buildings with different colors. I love that aspect. And 3 years ago, I probably would have given it 3 stars. But the thing is, nowadays we have this one, which is really comparable. And, well, these 2 buildings are almost the same in a certain way, but this one's so much more gorgeous. I mean, looking at the details, right? These buildings are really quite simple when it comes to detailing. They don't use many interesting or technical ways of building the facade, while, this is much more... this is modern technology, I could say. But before this one was even released, we had the greengrocer, which I also think looks much more spectacular. Of course, this one's just way bigger too. But again, we also have the protruding facade. It's also a bit of a residential area. And if I were to compare these 2 buildings, I mean, this one looks pretty nice. All right, it doesn't have the same beautiful windows as the blue one. It's not nicely done. But this building, I think this is the least attractive building in the whole modular collection, right?
You're a bit critical. This other building, I mean, it also came a little bit later, so they kind of had to make it nicer than this one. So I see what you mean, and I think it's fair, but I think still it is not ugly to look at. I think it's really adorable.
Yeah,
still,
it's still really cute. So just one last thing, like I said, I had to add the windows, otherwise you have these 3 open holes. The middle part of this building, it's just so square. Lacks personality. I mean, the flowers don't really fit, and the store looks a bit bland. I understand a pet shop is a cheap kind of store, right? It's not like it's the opposite of the Grand Emporium. So I understand why it looks rather plain. The only thing I like about this building is that there's an entrance here to the top. That's kind of cute. But okay, enough of that. I'm giving it 2 stars. Let's move on to the back side, right? Where we already discussed, and you said it was one of the better looking ones, right?
Yeah, I think compared to some other ones where there's really just sort of plain walls. Well, again, if you compare to this one, it's definitely better. Like, this one is definitely a little bit nicer still.
Oh, I think they're even.
But compared to, for instance, the greengrocer, there are like many more sort of details, many more things that break this sort of plain long wall. This one relies heavily on the staircase. Which and I don't know.
We added a bunch of flowers
windows,
to the set.
You added a lot of flowers anyway to make it look a little bit nicer. So I think I would also give this 3 stars, to be honest.
The back. Okay, we're talking about. Okay, we're including the back and the inside together. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's the grade for what do you look at when you actually take it out of the closet? Yeah. But the inside, I think the insides are rather bland. The pet shop is the best looking part of the building. There are a couple fun elements, but it's not beautiful. So, and the other, it's cute to have a place to live. It's nice to have at least 2 rooms that are fully decorated, but they're still not really that fully decorated. Like I said, they could use a rug, maybe a couple extra chairs or something. And then 2 of the rooms are even, they're not done.
No, but they do make a story to that, and I think the painter is kind of creative. And you showed these little sort of French balcony doors, and we have a toilet, so there's a restroom. So I think there are some things that are nice. Yeah.
So I'm giving 2 stars for the inside, and you?
I'm doubting between 2 or 3.
Okay, well if you give 3, it'll be an average of 2.5.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, you do 3 then. Make less people upset, because this is a really popular set.
It is, but you can do something with it as well, right? I mean, we're just rating it on basis of what you get, but you can add things and make it. Yeah, but add a carpet.
Yeah, but you could do. Yeah, but you could do it with all the sets, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No.
So, okay, the building experience. Well, you know what? I I had this one when I was also building another set with Ricarda, and I immediately recognized that this was such a simple build. I wasn't sure that you would enjoy it enough. So I just did it by myself. This does not feel like a modular set when you build it. Most modular sets have so many interesting techniques. It's fascinating to see how most of them are built. But this one, no, it's really simple. It feels like a Creator 3-in-1, which is, for like 12-year-olds. It's that simple. It's a lot of bricklaying. The only good thing I could say is that you get two different buildings, so you get two different styles, but even then they're not that different. I mean, this was so much more fun, but we'll get back to that later. So I'm only giving this 2 stars. It's also only 2,032 pieces.
Yeah, it's small.
It's quickly done. Yeah.
Which is maybe good if it's not so special, but then still, for a modular, you could
get to
expect
the point.
a little bit more.
There's not that much magic. Yeah. So, and then finally, how much fun can you have with the set? Well, you like the story, apparently.
Well, I mean, I like the painter. I think it's kind of creatively done. I like the pet shop, although I really dislike all of the animals having so little space. So probably if I would play with them, I would adopt all of the animals and sort of convert the pet shop into a disco. I think there are some options to play with it, but because the building is so empty, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you got to treat it a bit as a dollhouse, I guess.
I think so, yeah.
But you mentioned the police office, or aka the donut shop, that there was a lack of minifigures. This one only has 4.
That's true.
And what really annoys me is that, as you probably noticed, we didn't have anybody to take care of the shop because there's just not enough people. I mean, I guess you could take Anna Lane and put her in the shop, but I still also like having somebody in the balcony. So, yeah, with only 4 minifigures, it's just not enough.
That's true. Another sort of a pet shop owner would be nice who could take care of
I guess that's Anna Lane. I think I've seen that in the branding. But, yeah, you also want people living in the house, right?
Yeah.
So, there seems to be a bit of lack of people. And the story's, I think it's funny how the cat is trying to get the mouse on the other side of the wall. Mr. Rogers is cool. Bobby Digital. It's a funny gag. I like that. But there's not much of a narrative, and a lot of the rooms they're not action packed at all. No, and you can't even get into the basement. I mean, you can open the doors and all that, but I wouldn't recommend actually putting anything in the basement unless you never want to get back.
You can, but it's a bit different. And there's grass in the basement.
Yeah, fair enough. This one also has that too.
Yeah.
So I'm giving for it fun factor. Okay, so I sounded really harsh. Okay, when it comes to fun factor. Building experience was 2 stars. In case I didn't say that. Fun fact. I think I'm still giving 3 though. Okay. Because you are getting 2 different buildings, and it's appetizing to get into a creative attitude. Like I said, you could treat it like a dollhouse. So I do have fun with the set in the sense that it breeds possibilities.
Yeah, I would also give it 3 stars. I'm very, very solid with my rating.
Okay, good. Yeah.
But I think, I mean, they could have done more in terms of sort of interior, and I think some other buildings are much cuter and have much more details, but still it's kind of funny, and I think 3 stars would represent it well.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, here's our street, and we will need a bigger table soon.
Yeah, this is with 6 modelers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next time we'll have the town hall, but we'll have to find another way of rearranging them because it doesn't fit on the table anymore. I mean, we could still make a long log and roll, but maybe we'll figure something out. But for now, we're sticking to this plan.
Yeah.
Again, the corner buildings in the corner. The greengrocer is such a big building, so you're going to have to put that between these 2, which are the only other 2 large buildings. And this building is always the odd one out because of the windows on the side. And if you take this building and put it here, yes, this window gets a bit more breathing space. But you insisted that... What was it again?
Well, I wanted these buildings to be together because I think these are the modulars, so you don't want to take them apart. So I was like, no, we should leave them. And even if you would switch those, this window still doesn't have a lot of breathing space, and this is also still a little bit built in. So I think this building just doesn't fit anywhere. So I think when we have all of them, we do have an option that
we have plenty of options. The options are coming.
You should keep watching because we'll find space for this little difficult building.
Yeah, but next time we're gonna have the town hall, which is humongous.
It's big.
We're gonna need more large buildings.
Yes, we do. Luckily, we have the fire brigade and the queer flag in the middle of the town, so that always still makes me very happy.
Lots of things make us happy. Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God. Modulars make you happy, guys.
That's right.
So stay tuned for
next one.
Next one.
All right. Peace out. Zo lach je daarna.
Waarom niet?
Dat klinkt heel nerveus.
Waarom niet?
Begin maar overnieuw.
Nu maak je me helemaal nerveus. Misschien
maak
moet
je
jij
nerveus.
hooi zeggen.
So, okay. Say the thing.